Hi Bellflowers, Violet here and welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm showing you how to make this super tornado Gimp keychain. For this one, it's a 2x4 lanyard. You can see this thing is a doozy. If there's anything you'd like to see me make next, please comment down below. And as always, tag me in your creations so that I can see what you guys are making on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook because I love to see them. Without further ado, let's get into how to make this super tornado Gimp keychain. Okay, so the first step in doing the super tornado stitch is we need to gather our materials. So I'm using XOXO plastic lacing by Pepperell Braiding Company. I will post some links down below to some supplies if you'd like to check them out. Just know that they are Amazon affiliate links, so if you decide to purchase, it will support this channel. Okay, so I have 4 pieces of Gimp that are the same length, and then I have 2 longer pieces here. So I'm going to even out all of my strings. So I have 6 strings in total. I have them all different colors right now just so we can kind of see what's going on. And my longer 2 strands are the lime green and the blue. As just a general rule of thumb, you will want to make the 2 longer strands at least 3 times longer than the horizontal strands. So my 4 strings are all like 30 inches long, and then my longer 2 would be like 90, for example. So I'm evening out all of my strings here, and from here I'm going to zoom in so we can see what I'm doing. I need to arrange the strings so that I have my 2 longest strands going vertically, and then the 4 horizontal strings will be going obviously horizontally, so like this, but I'm going to turn it like this. So now you'll see the 2 strands, the green and the blue, are going kind of up and down behind the 4 horizontal strings. And this is because my green and my blue are going to be my primary strings. So I'm going to be making my loops with those and then weaving all 4 of these side strings over and like under those loops. So I need to make 4 loops right now, and I'm going to make those 4 loops with the green and the blue. So the first loop will be this green strand up here, and I'm just going to fold it over my thumb and hold it with my pinky there. So it came down into the bottom left, you can see, in between the purple and that other green. And then this other green, which was going down, we will fold this up in between the lime green and the blue. So fold it up to that position. Now for the blue, we'll fold this one down in between the lime green here and the other blue. And finally, we can finish off with our 4th loop, bringing this blue string up to the top right. Just like so. Now you should have 4 loops. The next step is we need to weave all of these side strings. So since my last loose strand was this blue string here, you'll see it's loose, that means that I'm going to be starting from the right. So I have a loose strand here and I need to go over that. So I'll start with this right pink here, and I'm going to cross over the first blue loop, underneath the second, over the third loop, and then underneath the 4th. And then this one will do the opposite, where it will go over the string closest, under the second, over the third, and underneath the 4th. But this time we're going towards the right. And we'll pull those through. So there, we've done the first row. Now we need to weave all of the rest of the rows. So the next one is this dark purple. So over, then under, then over and under. And pull that through. Then we'll find the dark purple from the left, and we'll do that same pattern of over the first, underneath the second, and then you may need to kind of finesse the strings to get it to kind of pop through, so that way you can go over the next set of strings and then underneath the last loop. So hopefully you can kind of see that there's a pattern of over, under, and if you start from the right, then you go over this one, under that one, over this one, and under that one. And we'll pull that one through as well. And I just kind of like to push the string a little bit upwards, kind of get it out of the way so that I can find the next strand. Now for this one on the left, we'll go over the first green loop, underneath the second one, then over this first blue, and then underneath the second blue. And now we can finish off with the last row, which is my kind of like light purple. It's called pearlized violet actually, which is kind of fun. And now this one, the last string is always kind of the most tedious to do because the strings are already trying to go where they want to, but we're just doing that same thing over and under, and you should have something that looks like this. So that way when you pull it all tightly together, so I'm going to pull all of the horizontal, then I'll turn it, pull the 2, turn it, pull the 4, and just kind of alternate pulling everything tightly together until it looks as flat as you can get it. And just work out any kind of little kinks or twists if they occur. But voila, there you have it. So now we've started the super tornado, and the next step for us is to do the twisty tornado stitch on this. So it's pretty big, but the process of making this twist is the same as when we do the tornado stitch. Now really quickly, just a quick check if you want to make sure that the back of your lanyard looks the same before you move on. But for now, I'm going to begin with the twisty stitch. So when I do a twisty stitch, that means that when I form my primary loops, so those 4 loops that we formed in the beginning, when we form those, we have to make them diagonally. So I'll show you with this lime green string here on top. We'll start there first, and we're going to form our 4 loops starting from this one here. And when I make my loop, instead of coming like straight down and across, we're actually going to come down and to the bottom left, so in between the purple and the other lime green. And then this lime green needs to come up in between the top 2 strings. This blue on top will come down in between the bottom 2 strings, right there in that little pocket there, and then this one will go up and cross diagonally to the top right. And that's how we form our primary loops, and we're going to form it the same way every time. Then we can weave our side strings, so that same pattern applies of the over, under, but it'll kind of change depending on whether you're weaving the left side or the right side, which strings it's actually crossing over and under. So for this purple row here, I need to cross over the first strand closest to it, underneath the second, over the third, and underneath the fourth, which is the farthest away. Then we'll do that same pattern, but going in the opposite direction for the blue strand, purple, dark blue, whatever you want to call it, over here. So over the first strand closest to it, underneath the second, and then over the third and underneath the fourth. Next for this pink row, so over, under, and then kind of just push the strings upwards if they get in the way. And now here's the other side of that pink, over the first, under the second, over the third, under the fourth. And the same process for the pearlized violet on bottom here. Just repeating that same process of weaving over and under, over and under. And I'll pull this through, work out any twists, and we will pull it tight by first pulling on the horizontal strands. Then I will turn it, pull on the 2, turn it again, and just kind of alternating until it looks snug. Now that's all there is to doing the super tornado stitch. I'm going to continue weaving those stitches, but you can see it's already kind of getting a little bit of a twist to the body, which is going to be really fun. So again, making my 4 primary loops, bringing the strands diagonally, and then for this last one up to the top right, And then I'll weave all of my side strings over and under just as I did before. And I'm going to kind of skip ahead because this process just gets to be a little bit repetitive. But voila, here you go. So after a while, you should have something that looks like this. So you'll see that my tornado stitch just looks absolutely massive. This is really fun. And I have a little bit of extra slack on this green strand here. So to finish this, I'll show you how to do the finishing knot for your keychain. So to do that, I'm making a kind of figure 8 here. So you'll see I have a loop on top and a loop on bottom, and then I have the center point of it. And I'm just going to pinch there with my fingers. And so then I have a piece here which has slack, and this longer piece I'm going to just wrap it around all of the ends of the strings, and I'll just pull it upwards kind of towards the body of the lanyard, and I'll continue wrapping it around. I like to go around like 6 or 7 times just so that it looks like very like kind of all the same dimension. And then I'll take all that slack and pull it through the bottom loop. So you see I pulled that through this bottom loop right there. And with the top loop, I'll just pull upwards on the top loop, and that will tighten the bottom loop around all of that slack. And now I can trim off the ends. So let me get my scissors here. So I'll just cut both sides of that green loop on top, and then I'll trim off all of this excess string here. I like to leave like about 1 inch. And voila, that is how you make the Super Tornado Gimp stitch. So I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Please comment down below what you'd like to see from me next. And as always, keep blooming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.